nobody actually has control over my mind and my thoughts unless I give it to them. And so this them and us aspect, there's more of them than there is of me. Well, if they are only outside me, they don't have any control. It's like a whole bunch of people screaming at me through a very thick glass window. The only way that it impacts me is if those voices are actually inside my own head. This is why when you go away to a meditation retreat, you go away to an ashram, a retreat center, a place, and all the people who are the triggers in your life are not there. Your job isn't there, your traffic isn't there, your annoying neighbors aren't there. All the things that you think are triggers in your life are not there. But nonetheless, you sit down to meditate and the mind is on. If it were just a matter of the people outside, if everyone can just take a moment and make sure your mobiles are off, that would be wonderful. If it were simply a matter of the voices of the outside world, meditation would be easy. $2 pair of earplugs would be the answer. You wouldn't even have to go off to a retreat center. You would just have to buy a good pair of earplugs. At the most, you could check yourself into a cheap motel room nearby. But as we know, that's not enough. I can stick in all the earplugs in the world. Could buy not even the $2 kind. I could buy myself a $2,000 special pair of earplugs. And it still wouldn't make me meditate. Because the voices that are disrupting me are actually inside me. So yes, of course, we have to close the outer world. We close our eyes. We try to create as much silence around us as humanly possible. But that's only the very, very, very beginning. It's the small outer layer. If that were the case, everyone living in places like Maine would be enlightened. Right? Everybody living in places where there's very few people, where there's almost no noise at all, they'd be enlightened. But that's not the case, because the noises are inside of us. And so if you find yourself troubled, as this questioner is, by the wave of all of the thoughts and ideas and behaviors and all of this, it's not coming from outside, it's coming from inside. So then it's not a matter of them and me. It's a matter of me. All me. Just true me and not true me. And that's the important distinction, is how can I, in the midst of thoughts that I know are not helpful, ideas I know aren't helpful, how can I keep going back to the true me? Well, it's the same as when we meditate. You know, the practice of meditation has two different benefits. I mean, it's got 1,000 benefits, but they fall into two camps. One is the actual experience of meditation, that actual gift of the awareness of the self. But the other is simply a practice. through my meditative practice of bringing my mind back, because when I meditate, whether I'm meditating on my breath, or I'm meditating on a mantra, or I'm meditating on a prayer or an image or a candle, whatever it may be, my mind's going to wander. Then I bring it back. And whether it wanders 5 times a second or once every 5 minutes, either way, eventually the mind wanders. And I just bring it back. And then I get another stretch, and whether it's 1/5 of a second or 5 minutes or 10 minutes or however long I may get continually without a wandering mind, it then wanders again. And I bring it back. And the practice of that actually gives me a habit for my life. Because when these not highest me, not real me, not true me, thoughts, ideas come in that I know are ones I've internalized, but they've come in from the outer world. They've come in from something that someone told me. Typically my parents, or someone in my family of origin. Something typically during the first 7 to 12 years of my life. It's gone in. I've internalized it. But it's not me. It's not core, purest, deepest, truest soul consciousness me. And so the minute I find myself having one of those, I just bring my mind back. Because I've already developed this practice in my meditation. So in the same way that in meditation mind wanders, I bring it back. Well, in life, mind goes jealousy, ego, anger, greed, attachment, grabbing, aversion, wherever my mind may go. And I just bring it back. True self. Wanders again. Fear, greed, attachment, yearning, aversion, ego. I bring it back. True self. And that's all it is. It's not a wave that's going to drown you. They're just thoughts. They're just chemical and electrical patterns of behavior in the brain. They only have as much power as we give them. The problem for us is that we think, I am my thoughts. And we identify as them. And that's what's important, is don't identify as them. Look at it, acknowledge it, see it, oh, I'm having an electrical, chemical pattern of behavior in my brain of lust, of greed, of fear, of desire, of ego. Okay. It's over in a split second. These electrical impulses, these chemical impulses in the brain are microseconds. But when we latch on to them, when we like them, we keep making them happen over and over and over and over again. And then instead of being a microsecond, it becomes my life. And then we say, oh, I don't know what to do about them. But the truth is, it is me who is the one perpetuating them. That was just a microsecond impulse. Bring it back. Bring it back. And if you find that it keeps happening, ask yourself, why do I like this so much? What is the part of me, the unexamined part of me, that still is so enthralled with the drama of myself, that still is so enthralled with creating these thoughts, creating my internal drama. What is it about silence and stillness that scares me so much? A lot of us, even when you embark on a spiritual path, we hold on to these addictions to drama. It just, instead of becoming the drama of me and the guy next door, does he like me? Did he look at me? Was that a smile? Is he bringing me flowers? Should I call him? Should I not call him? Instead of that drama, it becomes the drama of me in my mind. Oh, I had a thought of lust. Oh my God, I wonder what that means. Oh, there's greed. Oh my God, what am I going to do? It's just a different stage, same drama. What is it about stillness that's so scary? It's that the ego dissolves in stillness. The ego needs a drama to hold on to. So whether it's a drama of me and the guy or the girl next door, whether it's a drama of me and my mind, either way, it keeps the ego going. But stillness, there's nothing for the ego to latch on to. And so just keep bringing yourself back. And the ego's going to fight it tooth and nail. It'll keep trying to get you into some kind of drama. But don't let it. We've done it for so many years. Try something new. Give yourself that opportunity to really experience. And look, if you don't like it, you can always go back. It's not like the ego is going to forget how to create a drama. If you decide stillness and spaciousness, awareness, truth, that capital T truth, if that's not for you, no problem. We're not the spiritual police who say, you must live like this. We're all here because we want to be here, because we know. I've done everything else. And it hasn't given me really what I need. And our own minds are that final frontier. But don't worry, if you don't like it, you can always go back to creating drama. But at least give yourself that opportunity to experience it. So when this impressions of the past come up, just bring the mind back. Just bring it back. It's like when you're on an airplane and you're reading or you're meditating or maybe even you're watching a movie or you're sleeping, whatever you're doing on the airplane, and suddenly there's turbulence. Well, there's two ways to deal with that. One way is, we all feel it. You all have that moment of being pulled out of whatever you're doing. The plane shakes. But then you have a choice. Either you realize, oh, turbulence, and you go back to your book, your meditation, your sleep, your movie. Or you go, oh my God, I could die. This plane is really bumpy. I wonder if it's ever been this bumpy before. I wonder if this means we're going to die. Oh my God. And you could go into that drama. Either way. And that's the choice we have in our minds. There's that little blip in the mind. Something happens, little blip. The choice is, go back to where you are, come back to the self, back to the truth, back to pure awareness, back to the breath. Or allow yourself to get lost in the drama of whatever the blip was that just happened. And that's how most of us live. And that's why we miss actually having the experience we're supposed to have. So just keep coming back. Keep coming back. And eventually they'll stop shaking you. You won't even notice them anymore. You'll be like one of those people who can sleep through all the turbulence in the world.